All right, let's get right into it. Today, we are taking a deep dive into a kitchen gadget that gets a ton of buzz, the Instant Pot Pro. We're going to break down Adam Hall's big 2025 review to answer one simple question. Is this thing really the ultimate all-in-one cooker it claims to be?
I mean, here's the promise, right? This is the hook. The idea that one single gadget could actually replace almost everything else in your kitchen. It sounds incredible, maybe a little too incredible, you know?
And you know what? We're not the only ones thinking that. The reviewer, Adam Hall, says it right there. He went into this a total skeptic. And honestly, that's what makes this whole review so interesting. He started out questioning the hype, which means he really put it through its paces.
So to really get why the Instant Pot Pro is such a big deal, we first have to talk about the problem it's supposed to solve. And it's a problem pretty much all of us know well, the weeknight cooking struggle.
You know the drill. You're short on time, your counter is a mess of different appliances. A blender here, a rice cooker there, and after you finally eat, you're staring down a sink full of pots and pans. That is the exact headache this thing is designed to cure.
And that's where the Instant Pot Pro enters the chat. It's pitched as this incredible 10-in-1 solution. So let's see what that actually means.
Okay, so at its heart, it's a multi-cooker. But what makes the Pro model the Pro is that it jams 10 different appliances into one sleek machine. It's not just about doing a bunch of things, it's about doing them fast and doing them well.
And we're not just talking theory here. The review points to some amazing real-world results. A beef stew that tastes like it was slow-cooked all day long, done in under an hour. Perfect fluffy jasmine rice, 15 minutes. That's the kind of stuff that makes you sit up and pay attention.
So what exactly makes this thing a game changer? That term gets thrown around a lot, so let's get into the specifics, into the numbers that make the Pro model stand out. First up, that big number 10. We're talking 10 separate cooking functions in one pot. You've got your pressure cooking, your slow cooking, sure, but also sautéing, steaming, and a few others that are genuinely surprising. Then you have this number, 28. This is where you get smart. These are pre-programmed settings. It means you can nail everything from soup to chicken to, believe it or not, cheesecake with just one button press. It's all about taking the guesswork out of the equation.
And here it is, the stat that really stops you in your tracks. It can cook up to 70% faster than the old school ways. For anyone who feels like they never have enough time, that number is absolutely massive. It just changes everything about how you approach making dinner.
And this is where the Pro really earns its name. Sauté and pressure cook? Expected. But baking in this thing, or a dedicated sous vide function for perfect steaks? You can even make your own yogurt, or use it to sterilize things. This is so much more than just a fancy pressure cooker.
So it all boils down to what the review calls the convenience cycle. 1, you save a ton of space. 2, you save time, not just with cooking, but with faster preheating. And 3, you save effort. The pot and lid go right in the dishwasher. Space, time, effort, it's a killer combo.
Okay, but you've probably seen other Instant Pots out there. A huge question people have is how the Pro stacks up against the super popular Duo model. So let's put them head to head.
So here's the simple breakdown. Think of the Pro as the tool for people who are going to use it a lot. Families, serious meal preppers, people who want all the bells and whistles. The Duo, on the other hand, is a perfect budget-friendly starting point for beginners or smaller families.
And if you look at the numbers, it's crystal clear. The Pro has more than double the smart programs, 28 versus 13. It heats up faster. It has more advanced safety features. But of course, all that cool stuff comes with a higher price tag. It's the classic trade-off. More features for more money.
Which brings us to the million-dollar question. When you look at everything, the features, the comparisons, the price, is the Instant Pot Pro actually worth it? Let's start with the good stuff. According to the review, what are the biggest reasons to say yes to the Pro?
It really comes down to these 5 things. It clears up your counter space by replacing a ton of gadgets. It's ridiculously fast. The safety features are a huge plus for peace of mind. It's big enough for a whole family. And cleanup is a breeze. That is a seriously strong argument.
But, you know, no product is perfect. For a fair look, we have to talk about the other side of the coin. What are the potential drawbacks?
Okay, first, the price. It's an investment compared to the basic models. Second, it's not small, so you need to have the counter space for it. There is a bit of a learning curve to really master everything it can do. And worth noting, some folks found its slow cook function wasn't quite as good as a dedicated slow cooker.
But even with those points, the positive feedback is incredibly powerful, especially when it's specific. Look at this quote.
It's not just it's fast, it's I can make tamales in 45 minutes. That kind of real-world, tangible result is what really sells people on this thing.
So, the final verdict from Adam Hall's review is clear. If you are someone who puts a premium on speed, on having tons of options, and on making life easier in the kitchen, then yes, the Instant Pot Pro is an absolutely worthwhile investment.
And that really just leaves us with one final thought. We've seen it can replace 10 gadgets and cook meals 70% faster. So the question isn't really about the appliance anymore. It's about you. Is your kitchen ready for that kind of revolution?